So guys, I have had the privilege to play 6 days in Fallujah. Shout out to my boy, Big Fry. I love you, baby. You already know. And also, big shout out to my boy, Crash Game. Shout out to Blue the Robot. Their links will all be down in the description below, guys, for you guys to check out my men. So we had a play session together, guys, and I was able to check out 6 days in Fallujah early. Yes, baby. You heard right. Early. Okay, we were in there. Now, with that said, though, how do I feel about the title? What do I feel like we are getting at early access that would make us rejoice or have us feeling a type of way? Now, this is going to be an important video for you guys to watch because I want to save you guys some money. Real shit. I want to save you guys some money, and maybe you might like what I say and you may not like what I say. So this video is going to help you more or less decide if you should indulge in the purchase of 6 Days in Fallujah Early Access Edition. So if you are looking forward to that, make sure that you give this video a big like. And also, if you want to stay up to date on all your latest and greatest shooter news that you care about, subscribe to the channel today. Thank you. So guys, this is how it's going to be broken down. I'm going to talk about the good things about 6 Days in Fallujah in early access. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about the things that I disliked about 6 Days in Fallujah. And again, guys, you're going to want to watch the whole video just to see where you're at with maybe purchasing the title or holding off. And hopefully this video assists you in that manner. And without further ado, let's get to it. Gameplay was on point. The gameplay to me felt very good for the most part, right? There's a lot of prompts as you're traveling through environments, and mind you guys, these are urban combat areas, so a lot of twists and turns that you got to go through, right? Little corridors and multi-level units that you got to traverse. The gameplay felt good. It was very immersive in the sense of visuals. The sound, I'll get into that in just a bit, but sound was up there. But the gameplay overall really put you in that combat, that action, that intensity that 6 Days in Fallujah gives you. Now, mind you, you take shots from adversaries in this game, you are going to feel it big time, right? This is a game that does not hold your hand in that manner. This game is really deadly too. 2-3 bullets, you're gone. One car explosion, you're gone. This game does not baby you at all. And I like that. I really like that. But it can be unforgiving for some gamers that may not be too into that hardcore premise. But me, I don't mind. I could withstand that. I'm an insurgency type of guy. You know what I mean? So I'm used to those things. But this game is super intense and will not hold your hand. Again, the gameplay is satisfying. When you kill a foe, feels great. When fire is being thrown at you, doesn't feel too great, but it's immersive. I'll tell you that. I like it. So they did great in those manners. So gameplay, I don't think any of my people are going to have too much of a problem with. Now, circling back to the environments again, very immersive looking set pieces, right? It just looks like what you would see in a Fallujah setting, right? Like literally 6 Days in Fallujah, what you're seeing on the screen and in your environment around you, bro, great job. I love what I've seen within this game. It's really immersive and it feels authentic to how Fallujah would be portrayed in real life. Now, mind you, as you're traveling in and out of these environments here, you're going to want to have your flashlight on you at all times because things get really dark, okay? So at times you might have clear visuals, at times you just may not, but that adds to the experience. I in particularly enjoyed that. I like that. Also, I liked in the gameplay scheme, like when you took on heavy fire or anything, your guy would actually systematically check himself if he has like an idle position in a corner or something. He'll like literally look for wounds and things like that. So that was really cool. And also keep in mind, if you get hit up too hard, right? If you really take damage, you're going to need to rely on a buddy to like heal you up, right? Again, I like those gameplay features. And again, overall, the environment was on 10. I really enjoyed the environment set pieces. They were awesome. Now, I don't know how much of you guys are like sound people, but I love sound. I love music. so sound was big for me. And in 6 Days in Fallujah, oh boy, sound is amazing, okay? Like so immersive, so done with such details. As you enter certain environments, the sound bounces off of your scenery, off of the things around you, and how that attention to detail just heightens the experience. That is 6 Days in Fallujah is amazing. I really appreciate that. Not everybody would see the nuances in those details there with the sound, but I, for one, oh baby, I loved it. I loved it, and I appreciate it very much because it just adds to the experience and makes you really feel like you're there in that situation. So the sound, just added to the overall experience, which was awesome. So guys, we got the good out the way. Now brace yourself for the not so good or the bad. Here we go, baby, because I'm not holding punches. We getting it. We getting it, okay? So, first things first. After playing the 6 Days in Fallujah early access content, right? Beyond what I play, there wasn't much content after. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. That was kind of weird to me because after you do like the fire team missions, there's nothing else that you really can indulge in, right? You could go back into these scenarios with your comrades again, or have that essential co-op experience with anybody, and you might see some of the furniture moved in different spots far as like the procedurally generated portions of the game. I noticed that some chairs were moved around in certain areas that I didn't see previously, but far as like a overarching like procedurally generated environment where each experience is different every time, I really wasn't getting those vibes like that. And what I played, I was not getting those vibes like that, unfortunately. Now, this might be something that they're working out. Kinks might have to be worked out down the road. But what I played, it just wasn't what they advertised in past videos. I'll just leave it at that. All right, so what I've seen as far as the roadmap here, they're going to give us nighttime missions in Q3. We're going to get weather varieties. We're going to get AI teammates, one additional co-op mission. We're going to get more systematic variables within mission simulations. Okay? Leading into 2024, we're going to get our first story campaign mission. Civilians in co-op campaign, additional co-op mission, Q2 2024, special operations mission, play as other coalition nationalities, more co-op and story campaign missions. Now look at my face right now. I feel like most of that content should have been here day one. I'm going to keep it all the way real. At this point, as long as this title has been in development and the things that I have seen and now have played for myself, a lot of that content I feel should have been here day one. And that's how I'm feeling. Just to wait and see these things be added on down the road is kind of heartbreaking because I feel as though we have a lot of standout titles right now that we could kind of indulge in, right? And just to be honest, playing 6 Days in Fallujah, it feels like they're falling behind in what we have as far as offerings right now. For example, we have another early access title that just came out, BattleBit. And BattleBit, I would actually recommend over this, to be very honest with you. And let's get into some more detail. Now, console, here we go, guys, here we go. Console is a stretch goal. So, meaning once this game comes to full completion, 6 Days in Fallujah comes into full completion, then they will look to getting the console iteration of this title out to the world. Guys, do you know how early access works? Most of the time, these titles never see that finish line. Most of the time. Not saying that these guys won't, but history says a lot. And I've been around this industry, especially in this space of gaming for the indie scene for years, probably well over a decade. So I know how these things go. Let's see if 6 Days in Fallujah actually sees the finish line in that factor. Then we'll really legit talk about console being a thing. So looking at the roadmap that we're provided, okay, take it or leave it, whatever. And then on top of that, guys, here's the real punch to the gut, right? Here's the real punch to the gut. Wait, I'm gonna stand up and punch. This is the real punch to the gut. All right, this is the punch to the gut. Listen to me. Listen, we have a $40 price tag. Oh Lord, help me! Ah, look out! We have Team Green. We have a $40 price tag. Tough sell, baby. Tough sell. Tough sell. Because it seems as though that the content for this game is going to be rolled out pretty slowly, in my opinion. And again, that's not really a bad thing, but just seeing everything accumulating, like just getting the full picture of everything. This isn't too good for this title. This isn't too good. Now, again, I like the experience. It's cool, but I feel like gamers will personally get burnt out on 6 Days in Fallujah. It's just a matter of time. And the lack of content / absence of content here does not make this game a easy sell. Now, people want to know, Abel, would you recommend us this title? Team Green, I cannot recommend 6 Days in Fallujah at this point. $40 might not be a spin to some people, but for me personally, I like my people to save money and be fly at the same time. Listen here, if you're buying this, you can't be fly at the same time because it just doesn't work out for you. You know what I mean? I'm looking out for you. I don't feel as though that this is going to be a worthwhile title for you to purchase at $40, not at the $40 price range. You could do better with your $40 elsewhere. You could get a meal, you can handle a bill or two, or whatever the case you got going on. And yeah, man, I just would not spend the money here. Now, down the road, could this potentially be something? Yeah, it has a chance. It has a chance. But right now, could I confidently say, guys, go out and buy this? I couldn't say that. Not off of what I played in early access. And hopefully this video has helped you. Also, if you have not checked out my last video on BattleBit Remastered, be sure to click this video here because it gives you some great insight as to why I think BattleBit is a game you need to check out.